Hello and welcome again. And yes, I'm wearing the same shirt because I'm a dirty mofo. This is Mark Greenwich, the man whose name sounds like a bad bag of weed. And this is Mr. Mark Podcast. I am a skeptocynic, misanthropic, pessimistic butthole that you love to hate. I'm here with Miss Lisa Jackson, and today we're going to talk about one question and one question only. This is a mini 14-minute show. Okay. Are the gods not parasites to humans? I'm going to break that down from kings and queens to everyone else, gang leaders to members and everyone else, presidents, Congress, and Senate to everyone else, and the gods. Basically, we'll just talk about the kings and queens and gang leaders and the president as being gods, and everyone else is kind of serving back upward. And if that's the case, is the president a parasite? Is Congress a parasite? And is the senators a parasite to the citizens of the United States? I'm dying to hear what you have to say, Miss Lisa M. Jackson.
Short answer, yes. I, I believe they are parasites because look at how much money these people are making.
Mm.
In addition to the salary we have agreed that they get. Well, somebody has agreed they get. I ain't agreed to none. But you work in what? What do they work? 180 days a year, if that.
Mm.
So you're working half a year for your hundred something thousand, $200,000 salary. Really? And you want us to think y'all are some of the hardest working people in America? While I'm sitting here busting my butt to pay the taxes that y'all have decided is I guess, our fair share of what we should have to pay on the money that we earn that you actually worked for in the first place. When you actually start talking about it, you realize how ridiculous it sounds. So working hard to earn the money to pay the taxes on it because we have to pay taxes on the money that we worked to earn after we bought the stuff that we paid taxes on that's still taxed after you pay for it. Because if you buy your house, at least here, you're paying taxes while you're buying your house. You're paying taxes after you pay your house off. Same with your vehicle. And so nothing is actually yours in the first place. So they're just a bunch of leeches. And they're sucking you dry.
Parasites.
Yes, they're sucking your life force out of you.
One thing is I'm going to go off topic just for a second. I've repeatedly looked at mobile homes, trailers, but if you don't buy the land and put the trailer up on your own land,
You have
why?
the ground rent.
I bought the
And
trailer, a nice double wide for 100,000, and then you want to charge me 950 a month rent.
I
What?
was gonna say, get this, in Northern Virginia, it's like 1,500 in some places for the ground rent.
You'd be cheaper just buying a house somewhere and paying
Mm-hmm.
house tax and the HOA fees.
Mm-hmm. Because I didn't realize that the until I was helping a buyer how much the ground rent was actually for mobile homes. And I was like, $1,500, 1,200, 1,250. I was like, in
It's
my mind, I was like, where they do that at? Because
Yeah, they get you. They get you. I checked on one recently, and the lady was like, she got mad with me. I said, "Is this one of them places where I buy the place and then I got to keep paying you for the rest of my life?" She said, "Sir, I don't make the fees." Yeah, but you're going to collect it.
right, so
There's no
that's a legitimate question.
Yeah. So let me start off with so you answered presidents and Congress and everyone else. You said yes, they're leeching on us. Okay.
Hmm.
Let me take it to gang leaders and gang members. Now, I've never been in a gang, but I've seen a lot of it on television and heard
Hmm.
about some stuff because I knew some gang members. Well, the
Right.
thing is, you got the OG gang members that put in some work. And basically, if our understanding of it is, let's use the mafia uh, as a gang. Let's talk about them. So, my understanding of the mafia is you have the head guy and then all of his earners, his workers. So he's killed and done enough violence to earn the respect of all the other guys. Now they got to pay him. Now, if you watch any of these mafia movies, the guys out there have to pay a certain wage to be able to work and inflict chaos in the community that they live in. So they've got to pay the head guy the protection to not have guys kill them while they're doing dirt. He's got to pay for the rights. It's like, um, you ever go to a stadium and see a hot dog cart?
Hmm.
And the person that working the hot dog cart has to pay the stadium to get there to get money from you, right?
Right.
So the mafia guy has to pay the head guy to be able to keep punking you. So then he takes the money he punks you and everybody else in this area for, and then pays the mafia guy. Then he gets to keep the rest. Am I right or wrong? There's kind of goes something like that.
Right. And not only that, but when it's a gang, you have to get initiated into the gang. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to get jumped in, screwed in. So
Sexting.
you're yeah, well, that's what I meant by screwed in. But but from the start, you're already being leached off of.
Yeah, out the gate.
So yeah, so you're leeching off me so I can go and do what you need me to do.
Well, the thing is, I think a lot of it has to do with their strength in numbers, the protection of knowing this many people that are on the same team. Kind of like if I was a football player and I was 6'5" and I got 30 other guys that I lift weights with, whenever I have a problem, somebody comes to me, I got a warrior sized team behind me. You're not going to want to walk on me that quick. So I think that when you live in those neighborhoods, those gangs are a protection for a lot of people
Right.
and they get to get away with a lot of stuff. But if you're not a part of that, oh, it could be really, really bad for you to not be a part of the gang, to be gang affiliated. Same
Right.
thing with the mafia. Well, just like anybody that speaks against the government. Okay, who's dead? Kennedy died. His brother died. Malcolm died. Martin Luther King died. If you don't go, like the government is a gang. The government is a gang. There
Oh
are
yeah.
thing that allow you to do what you do as long as you play it forward to them. You pay your taxes, you're a citizen, you make nice, you don't make any waves against them. So when you need a little help, they'll look out for you. But if you go against them, you're screwed. I think the government is the biggest gang there is. So even a family unit, a mom, a dad, and the kids. Well, we give you an allowance. Everybody's leeching off everybody if you think about it, Lisa. We give you an allowance. We tell you to clean up, and you get to stay here, and you don't get to get your ass beat. That's where the gang really starts, right? Is at home. Isn't the dad
Right.
the biggest gang leader? And if you don't do what I say, I'm make me take my belt off, and you better do them dishes. You better do your chores. I better not have to come up to that school. And isn't that parasiting? Because then I'm making you clean up for me, but then I'm providing for you. See, but that's the part we're missing right there. Even though it's a parasite, but is it going both ways? People are using
Yes, actually.
something, right?
Hmm. It's kind of like it sounds more like prostitution.
I was gonna end with that. I wrote it down too. I was gonna end with this is pimp and hoe shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I lost my train of thought. But
It sounds like
the
prostitution.
government, the government sounds like the government is like the biggest racketeering circle that it existed. Like they always talking about people committing RICO. I was like, if you technically want to look at it, yeah, y'all invented RICO.
Yeah, what's worse if somebody breaks in your house and robs you one time and leaves, or somebody saying you gonna buy the house and we're gonna take out a loan and pay and print the money and give it to somebody else off of some money that we never had, then make you slave
And you gonna have to pay it back.
to pay it back. And then while you're paying it, you owe taxes. After you're done paying it, you owe taxes. And when you die, if somebody don't pay these taxes, we're gonna take it and keep the thing anyway. So either way, they're winning. Like Vegas, they're winning all the way around.
Like Kobe Bryant's wife, for example. He died. Was it Kobe Bryant that I'm thinking of? It might not have been him, but I believe it was him. And half the money went to the state. The government took half.
Mm.
Why are you getting half? The wife is still alive. You know what I mean? What's the point?
Mm. My mom
Other than being greedy.
now too with when my dad just passed. Like she didn't get what she was supposed to get and how that was supposed to go. Last I knew.
Yeah, and they keep saying, well, if you do X, Y, and Z, it'll go this way. X, Y, and Z never happens the way it's supposed to happen when you're dealing with the government because they're a gang. They're the mafia.
uh, so it goes back to my first show. Might is right, and when you ain't strong, you wrong.
Hmm.
You can be as spiritual as you want to be.
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that goes back to what I've said before. With brown people and well, minorities, it don't have to be brown people; it can be poor people going up. That's why they try to keep everybody separated because they know what if everybody comes together, the strength is going to be in the numbers.
Yeah, that's what happened in France. That's why they had the French Revolution because people wasn't having it no more, and they just set up the guillotine on the lawn and said, "Bring them out, bring them out. We done with it. We through with it." But I think the insurrection. We could have saw something like that on TV, modern day, where if they'd have went in there armed, killed the police officer was there, God forbid, because I know the situation, but that would have happened, and they would have brought them people out one at a time and executed whoever they wanted to, and wasn't nobody gonna stop them unless they called the army in and bombed everything.
You know what's crazy is what's going to stop them from doing that again now?
Um, I read somewhere on Twitter just the past couple of days, the next third world war ain't gonna be a world war. Our world war is gonna be a civil war. Our world war is gonna be a civil war here in America, and it's not gonna be versus a foreign invader. It's gonna be civilians versus the military. The United States is gonna use the military to inflict harm on us for not cooperating. And a lot of people say, well, I heard people say, not a lot of people, I heard somebody say, well, they got family members and stuff and this, that, and the other. They're not going to battle us like that. I said, you haven't heard these people speak. I heard one lady on there say, if the president tells me to make you stay in the house, you better not come out of that house. So that's what they're going on because they're military. If you think the next war is going to be between the people, it's going to be you versus a trained, armed U.S. military.
Mm, that's deep.
Yep. Let that sink in. Everything okay? You all right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking about that. I
No.
was just thinking how deep that actually is.
Yeah, no, something going on at home. You need to take a break. It's okay.
Oh no, Smart was just asking where her crackers were.
Oh,
She was like, I had cheesy crackers and now they're gone.
better find them cheesy crackers.
Oh,
It's gonna be a situation.
uh-huh.
So I'm coming up on that time. And that question was, are people, these people parasites or not? Are we parasiting against each other? I have been your host, Mr. Mark. This is Mr. Mark Podcast. This is Miss Lisa Jackson, the big homie. And we're going to wrap this one up and go to one more question. We'll be right back. Thank you for watching.